It was just like nuts. And like you could get $2. You got it for $2, and you wouldn't remember. You just black out, but your body would still be awake. It was unreal.
He's talking like he used to get candy for nickels.
Yeah. I've never seen anything for a nickel, Grandpa. Fuck yourself. Candy for a nickel? I remember people told me quarter beers.
Oh, my days, like I used to go with 10 cents and I'd walk out with 100 pieces of candy. Did you rob the fucking store?
We were probably like 230 away, so I took my 3-wood and put it from like this far away from the hole. That's my second shot for an eagle. And my other friends saw we hit the green. They come sprinting down. They grab the ball and chuck it into the woods. We are pissed off. I'm like, what the? That's an automatic eagle. We're calling it. Like, don't worry about it. We're all driving towards them, and they're running back to their carts. We get up there. What I didn't see is they grabbed a cart out of their, or grabbed a ball out of their cart and ran with it in their hand. So when they reached down, it was their own ball they're chucking into the woods. That's such a good joke.
That is a good one. That's very well thought out too, because it would have been so much easier to throw your ball.
Oh yeah. That's so funny.
Well, all in all, I think it went well.
I heard nothing but good things from people, so
I think everyone had fun.
Yeah, his realtor was at it.
Yeah, I think everyone had fun, and everyone had a blast.
You know who had the most fun was fucking Eric.
I think AJ was very close, but also AJ was drunk from the moment he got there.
AJ calls me at 7:20.
God, I wish I was there.
And he goes, this is what he sounds like. He goes, "Hey man, sorry, I'm asleep. I gotta get Eric. I'll be there at 7:55." I was like, "All right." And then Rich, I turn around. Rich is like, "What's up, man? You got some Red Bull?"
Yeah, because Rich was the only sober one, so he showed up on time.
He was
obviously.
there,
Yeah. And he had a show in Chicago.
Yeah,
He did Don't Tell. Yeah,
he did Don't Tell in Chicago, which is awesome. He did great. Everyone, I have so many great roasts and so many like top tier things that were said there. When the blonde, there was like a big blonde haired kid and there's a kind of a smaller blonde haired kid in a cart together. He goes, "Oh, it's Logan and Jake Palsy."
It's just so fucking funny.
And the first thing AJ said, it was so silly and so dumb, but like it set the tone for the entire event. As guy gets on the tee, he goes, "Where's your other glove?"
That's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
But it is funny.
But it's so funny. We backed off one guy, but he still hit it. And then one guy was with all his parents.
he's like 6
his dad,
feet, yeah.
His dad, his grandpa were all on a team with him, and he looked like the ringer. And then his grandpa gets on the tee first, and the cart girl drives by. And like, "Do you guys need anything?" And then they're like, "No," and she drives away. And then I go, "Yeah, you guys look like you remember when it was like when women weren't allowed on the course." And then Eric goes, "Me neither."
Eric lost it when the only black guy that was there showed up too. He goes, "Finally, motherfucker!"
And he made everyone be quiet for when he everyone be quiet. Come on, if he's not good at golf, he's good at another thing. Don't cross the middle on this guy.
My favorite part about that though too is, well, not about that one, but I found them like in the back nine. And they came up as I'm like taking pictures of someone. I turn around, I go, "Whose idea was it in this group to dress as Tiger Woods?" The
only black guy.
only black guy. Yeah. And he goes, "You better watch your." Nah, no.
It was great. Yeah.
Everyone was a good sport about the heckle hole.
Well, you also had guys that like weren't like going for blood. I feel like there's no one that's saying anything.
Yeah,
crazy.
I also think your brother would have been more of a problem if he was better at golf.
Yeah.
Because he's not good at golf, so he
No.
doesn't give a shit.
No.
He
Which one? Both of them?
No, the SoundCloud rapper.
Andrew. Okay.
Yeah. He looks like Mac Miller doesn't have a job. That's what he looks like.
Well, he doesn't have a job either because he's dead.
Well, not Andrew.
Andrew's like he had fun with that one. Steven, they kept saying Steven was like he's a mixed child. He does not look like you guys. He's like super tan and he gets up and just goes to the tee, tees off, goes back to the cart, doesn't say a single word, doesn't look at him.
Didn't he? He had sunglasses on, he had a backwards hat, and just goes, gets back in the cart. That's all he did.
I'm not doing this.
He's like, the most ammo was on those guys because they're family
we
members.
didn't know that was. We were too busy because they had matching Clark's whatever.
Yeah.
And Clark's is black and had an orange box or green box up here, so they looked like they were BP gas station clerks, and we were just murdering their outfits. And his brother just runs to the tees off and runs back and does not say anything.
Well, no, what's messed up about that is I asked him. I was like, "Hey, can you design the shirts for this?" And he's like, "Nah, this is too much work. I don't have enough time." Guess who designed the custom polos for his golf team? He did.
And you made fun of him.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I had a logo already. I go, that's our logo.
Yeah. Your dad was a good sport. Your dad was fun.
Yeah.
He
and she's
almost,
like, I could have picked him out of a lineup real fast. He almost ran him over.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric was about to ready to do some up-downs with his coach uniform that he basically had on.
Coach Cuske.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time. All in all, we did it.
They made $1 million.
We did it.
But
donated $1,000.
But we do have to know the one burning question is, what did Jack get for Christmas?
Toolbox. I got my toolbox. Yep.
I asked him that yesterday at flag football, and I was like, oh, damn.
Should we talk about that? How you guys played flag football yesterday and are injured now?
You play Little League baseball still. Let's not get too
that's true.
Too offensive with it.
Flag football. There was 3 on the line, 3 linemen.
It was chippy.
Yeah.
Also, how stupid are those refs?
Those refs are all stupid. They should not be there. And the team that we played against was literally, if it was kicking and screaming, they were the Gladiators, we were the Tigers.
Yeah.
We were wearing blue, they were wearing black. We were white, they were black. And all of them...
They had one white guy, maybe. I'm not sure.
No, he was just ethnically ambiguous.
He was like my little brother.
And their whole team, they had a full team.
I got there...
defensive and offensive positions, and we had 8 people.
I got there early, and they were running plays. Yeah. They had an offense playing against the defense, people on the side. Before we kicked off, they're like, hey, make sure if we punt, we use this ball. It's a little softer. It goes farther. And we're like...
matching unis.
Hey, Jack, this is the rest of the team. I know you 3 have never played here before. Who wants to play quarterback? Oh, let's put the littlest guy on the line. This is going to go well.
I'm left tackle because he's right tackle. And then
you're doing a lot of polling?
No polling.
I did a lot of push. Throw me the fucking ball, please.
Yeah. And the best part is they were calling plays. They basically were running... hurry up offense. They were not going into huddle. They were just saying words to each other. And we're getting into the huddle. And the guy that's playing quarterback was like, slants, someone do an out, and then I want it close. And everyone's like, it was very poor play calling.
Did you ever notice that most of the time I was already out of the huddle before he finished? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to go,
Yeah, the only thing I needed to know was if we were going on 2 or not. And,
Yeah.
And every time, honestly, Cuske and I were 100% shooting 100% of the play calls that we came to the huddle with.
Yeah.
We're like, do this. This is very easily open and obvious. I don't know why you haven't done this play yet.
Touchdown,
Cuske,
yeah.
Touchdown, first down. And the other play that we called, the only one that did not work was because the quarterback slipped and just... It was like, hey, just they're all letting up. You can run super fast. You can go to the end zone with this run.
And
he just dove.
It was 4th down. We had 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
A yard to go, and the Red Sea just parted, and we're like, we got a touchdown. And he took one step and Superman dove and just put the ball right back on the line of scrimmage.
He slipped.
And we're just like, well, okay.
I was like, fuck. And everyone was chirpy, and I don't know. I don't understand why people take flag football.
Well, that was the A-League.
But I don't know why they're taking it so seriously. Literally, everyone was talking shit. But I wasn't talking shit. The guys that I was going up against, I was having little giggle fest with them. I was just talking shit. I got to pee so bad. Don't hit me in the stomach, please. This play. I got to pee so bad. And I'm having a good time with them, and we're just talking shit.
I like talking to the other team.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, just something happens. Everyone's like, "Are we good? Are we good?" I was like, "What the fuck? This is a Wednesday night flag football game, and if we get into a physical altercation with 22 guys all wearing matching uniforms, we're gonna die."
The ref
That one ref was racist.
Because there was like,
He was so racist. I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. I can't even look at you.
I stopped. I was like, dude, get away. Because there was a collision in the end zone where I was like, one of our guys is concussed. And he's like, yeah, just let him get up. I'm like, he actually might be. Can we worry about this guy? And then he gets up, he goes, dude, I'm glad nothing happened because there's like 11 black guys really mad at me right now, and I wouldn't know what to do. And I look at Jack, I go, get the fuck away from this guy now.
I line up immediately. There's no ball down. I'm just sitting there like, hey, guys, you're my best friends. Just so you guys all know. It was ridiculous. And he's like, hey, just so you guys know, make sure these rubs look clean because, like, the routes are like rubbing off the cornerbacks, and he said make sure these look clean and I won't call anything. And I was like, dude, after what you just said and then following it up with that does not make me feel like a good person.
And he goes, I need to get paid triple for this. I'm like, I'm
don't-
surprised you're getting paid at all.
Sir, you didn't know if the ball was dead during a punt. Like, what do you mean?
I had a ref. He goes, so he looks at me and goes, so do I blow it dead if the ball hits the ground and you don't catch it? I go, are you asking me that? And he
You're
goes,
the one with stripes?
he's like, yeah, like, do you know if that's the rule or not? I go, I think you need to learn that now. Also, just finding out you're here, he's one old guy that was just sitting in the
He had a
corner.
leg
He's
brace
like,
on. He had a
I'm
whole
just
leg
here
brace.
for
He could
punts.
not keep up with like running or when anything was happening. He was so far behind. Like we would have like 10 seconds to like call our play and like another 10 seconds to play clock, and we would go up. And he would still be catching up to the line because he had a leg brace on. He must have had surgery or something. And he was taking so long. I was just looking. I was like, this guy is not supposed to be here. He shouldn't be here. He was like, and it was in the dark side of the field, so you couldn't even see him.
Yeah.
But
It's funny.
But
Did you have fun?
It was fun. It was fun. I did get beat up though.
We lost.
Yeah. I got that. I definitely got
It was a
We
close
lost-
game. It wasn't.
We lost 7-6 because they had a extra point return.
You know that pick that they got.
Yeah.
If he would have just thrown it right back in the same spot we scored that touchdown on, would have gotten it.
Yeah.
I was wide open, and he looked at me, and then looked away and chucked it to the back corner of the end zone. I was like, "You can't throw fades. You've never played quarterback before."
Why not try?
I was like, "Do a quick. I'm right here."
Afterwards, I'm like, I don't even know who we're playing with. Like, I know no one on that team. I knew you the best on that team, and you started yesterday.
Dude, it was insane.
So, like, I don't argue. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead, play receiver. The guys that the one receiver who last play of the game blew out his shoulder on his reconstructed shoulder. Yeah. I don't know your name, but
We
he's
know
like,
your
yeah, I
shoulder.
landed out wrong. It popped out. I had to like wiggle it back in. He couldn't lift it up. We're like, why
Great.
is he playing? Why is he? Let him snap the ball.
Yeah. Well, those linemen. I mean, the nose tackle was coming in pretty quick, but other than that. But my knee, one of the first couple plays when it was a quick short pass, I was blocking. I was like, cut behind me. He like looked at me and ran right into my knee, and I have like an old knee injury. And as soon as that happened, I go, fuck. Like I could barely like get down into my.
You got to get your Don Joy on, you know.
Well, I had my Don Joy ankle braces on. I got some.
He had
glass
some
ankles.
hefty ones, like
Yeah, the Don Joys.
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were intense. And so I was like, damn it, I can't do that. So then I went and got home, and I'm just covered in sweat and sadness. And
Picture he sent us. I thought it was lotion, a beer, and a tub. I go, are you about to have a night, aren't you?
I got out in the bathtub, and like bathtubs are so small, and I couldn't like extend my legs in it. And I was like hoping like I'd be able to get it in the hot water. I couldn't, so I was just sitting there so sad. And my little wiener was like,
like these are.
my little wiener was
Just like
bobbing
floating
in the
like,
water.
yeah, like a Bowie.
Yeah, it was just sitting there mocking me, just calling me a loser. And I was like, I'm just going to
It's also been in compression shorts all night, so it's not looking great.
No, it was so
Still
ridiculous.
stuck.
And then I got in bed. I was like, I couldn't bend my leg. And couldn't fall asleep. I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning, just freezing and microwaving heat and ice pads so I couldn't feel my leg.
Jesus.
I was like, this was not worth it.
My groin was sore after the first game, and after that, I was like, I'm good.
You got a couple other battle scars.
Well-
I got one on my calf and my shoulder.
Well, this is a good segue into how we did last week for
For
football.
football, I don't think we did well. I know I didn't do well.
I think I did pretty good.
Jack, what do you think you did?
I won out of us three.
Okay. Cuske, how do you think you did?
I was like,
I'm going
how many
8 and
games
8.
were there?
16.
8 and 8.
Yeah,
You're going 8 and 8?
12 and 6.
12 and 6.
They're
In first place
12-6
with a
Hold
record
on.
of 9-7. Yeah, he can't count. That's 18, by the way.
Oh, a round up.
with a record of 9-7.
Jackie Bucks.
Cuske,
Fuck.
and also Jack.
Hey!
You guys
What'd you
tied.
have, like,
Oh,
four?
I ended up 6-10. Not great when I picked the Vikings to win when I knew they were losing at the time.
I thought about bringing the TV in here for today to watch the Thursday night game, but I remember watching it back this week because I was editing. And I was like, actually, I think I might. I know I beat Judd. I know I beat
yeah,
Judd.
you definitely beat me. I was way off on a lot of these. I picked a lot of upsets.
Yeah, you did. Every time you said something, I was like, man, I think he's going for like the underdogs here. And
Well, I
that's
also the app I'm looking at is also the lines
Ah.
and tells me the over unders. So let's go with this week.
All right, let's do
I gotta
this.
pull it up. I gotta pull it up.
All right, first game, the Giants are at San Francisco.
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco.
All right, Tennessee at Cleveland. Wait, hang on, I gotta say San Francisco. Tennessee at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Tennessee.
I got Cleveland as well.
That's good. Can I change my
Atlanta
answer?
at Detroit.
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 Atlanta.
You'd think he'd learn.
No.
New Orleans at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I think this is the toughest game. I'm going to say Green Bay. I think they come back with a little more fire up their ass after last week.
I'm gonna do New Orleans.
God, he's so
I gotta win. I gotta make up
he's
some ground.
so dumb.
Denver at Miami.
Miami.
Chargers at Minnesota.
Chargers.
Chargers.
I got Minnesota. New England at the Jets.
New England.
Jets.
New England as well. Buffalo at Washington.
Buffalo. Yeah, think hard.
Buffalo.
I'll do Buffalo as well. Houston at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Give me the Jags.
Also Jacksonville. Indianapolis at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Hold on. Are you looking at pictures again? So you-
I got to see it visually. I got to look at the logos.
Indianapolis at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Is Richardson playing?
No.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Carolina at Seattle.
Seattle.
Seattle as well. Chicago at Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kansas City. Dallas at Arizona.
Dallas. Did you
Arizona.
hear about the Chicago coach?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we have to talk about the Arizona.
Dallas.
Hell.
Pittsburgh at Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Philly at
Philly.
Tampa.
Philly.
Rams at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Well,
Give me Rams.
it depends if Burrow's playing or not.
I don't think he will be.
I'm going to go Cincinnati.
I'm gonna go Rams. All right.
Oh, shit. I've got a lot of common with Judd this week.
That's not a good thing. But I have to make up some ground, so that's good. Do you guys want to play the game or what?
Well, first of all, this defensive coordinator gets his house raided by the FBI.
It was child porn.
That's what they say. It was
has to be
supposed to be.
child porn.
It's gotta be.
Really?
Yeah, they're not saying what it was. If it was drugs, they'd say it was drugs, but it was definitely child porn.
That's. I mean, yeah. And he resigned because of his health and his family. What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's a lot of children at home.
What
Child
you did?
porn.
You have your. It's either your health or your family.
Maybe his family's health isn't great because
No,
of all
he
the
said
child
his
porn.
health and his family.
Well, it might be. Maybe his health is so bad that his family's worried about him, and because of that, he's turned.
No, it's
a
a
real
real
Urban Meyer situation.
Child
Yeah,
porn.
dude, Urban Meyer. I just saw. A
Yeah, that's the guy we bring in to replace him.
It'd be so good. I just saw a post about how Michigan State should hire him. I thought that'd be pretty fucking funny.
Also, what's in Judd's choosy tonight?
Oh, you were just coming with games.
Can you shake it? Ooh, it's tighter
It's
than I
wrapped.
thought.
It's wrapped. Shake it again. Ooh, that's tough.
Cowtails, the short ones.
Cowtails? Okay.
That's not right.
He did
I
Laffy
don't think
Taffy.
anyone's had cowtails in the last 40 years.
Cowtails are so damn good.
If you don't bring them next
When
week,
did
I'm
you-
pissed.
I'll bring cowtails.
Mama Kuske?
Mom?
I don't know if you remember last episode, but I said PlayStation 5s and cowtails.
It is in Jack's list.
You're gonna have 4,000 cowtails. The mini licorice.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I went with a fall theme. Is those
that's such a good
pumpkin
one.
cookies.
Those are the best cookies
But I can only
ever.
fit 2 in here, because
If you,
I mean I didn't want to smush them at the top.
if you bit most of one and ate it,
Yeah, there's a
could.
bunch of bits.
yeah, you could squeeze another crescent in there. That's good. Congratulations.
Did you make those?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Why are you acting surprised?
That's why he was late. That's why he was late. He was making
I
cookies.
wasn't late.
Are they still warm?
I didn't make them today.
Those are the best cookies, though. That's a good call.
Okay.
What are we gonna do next week when there's nothing in here? This is gonna be the last things I have in this apartment.
Well,
Should
is
we
this going to still be in here?
This is the. I
We have
just
to-
said this would be the
We have
last.
to carry it out of here when we go.
Bring your chairs
Leave
home
the
with you.
cameras rolling. We're all gonna carry a chair out.
The last scene is just you just pulling the drape on the thing.
We should do that. Also, Diego has a promo for us he wants to do to attract some more of our feet listeners, which I don't really know if we need to add any
Honestly,
more.
guys, there was not many hashtag no Judds, but there was one of my burner
Except for
accounts
Judd,
that said
yeah.
Judd's back. Which is fun.
Was that actually you?
No.
Did Judd's back? I know you did put the only no Judd.
Yeah, you did.
'Cause I thought it would start.
Yeah, I did too.
No, they were just very mad at Jack Dash on your feet. That's
So
the only
weird.
thing they cared about. They didn't give 2 shits about the no
They
Judd.
loved my dirties, but the
Bunch of
fact that yours weren't
perverts.
showing.
They thought you had the best socks of the year,
Yeah.
and you didn't
They
show them,
didn't
which
show
was a little tease. Little tease.
Tune in next week, and I'll wear them again.
They're on our Patreon that I keep saying we're going to start, but I
Buy
can't.
the socks.
Oh, actually,
honestly,
this
fuck
is
you guys.
hold on. This is early enough in that I'm talking to the feet people here. My girlfriend made me a bet that if you guys buy my socks and my socks only for $150,
You'll do anal?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
She will pay for dinner for a month. So,
She doesn't live here.
but she'll send me the money.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Okay. So, $150 and I get dinner for a month. Okay.
Those are dry fit.
They are dry fit. Yeah.
You could wear them at your next flag football game.
You could. These at one point were game worn. Don't know what game. I've had these socks for a while. All right, carry on.
You
heard 'em.
owned these ones for quite a long time.
He's at least 3 to 5 years.
You heard them. You guys ready for the game or what?
What's
Oh my
in
gosh, we haven't
Judd's
even done
clipboard?
Yeah, we haven't even done the game yet.
I know.
We're cooking with grease today, boys.
Yeah. So, do you remember the game
Boom.
Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Fuck.
God damn it. Pumpkin pie.
That's what I was thinking.
I
Damn it.
hate these people.
Do you like my caption today or the description for the video? The very end, it's cut off. I go, I think Judd's getting dumber by the episode.
Oh, should we talk about Siamese twins?
Yeah.
Yes,
First of
yes,
all.
yes.
Siamese are cats.
I am so upset about. So
Because they're conjoined cats.
it's a real
They're glued together like Elmer's.
So what's the
Super.
thing
when
is?
you got the
Super.
Elmer's glue and you do this and it like comes apart.
Except you can't pull these babies
You
apart.
can't. No, it's not like Elmer's glue. How long do you think we could do this before he gets just fucking filled with rage?
No, I'm filled with rage because I know what you read. I know that it says Siamese twins, but it's a real Kleenex situation.
Okay, just like Bubbler. Just like Bubbler.
So it's named Siamese is the first set of twins that were conjoined, and they got famous for it, and that's the reason it's called Siamese twins. But
Their
they
names
are,
were Siamese?
their last name.
Saya and Mies.
That's-
Siamese.
And so they're like, that's just rude to combine them to call them Siamese.
So they're actually conjoined twins.
They just conjoined their names.
But
That's
yeah, it's
rude.
a real Kleenex situation
It
going
is.
on there. And apparently it's inappropriate to call them Siamese twins now. That's
Yeah, it
what it said
definitely is.
online.
It's like saying midget.
Oh.
Midget, midget, midget.
Midget.
Siamese. Midget, Siamese. Can you imagine there's a
That would be
midget
the
Siamese?
funniest thing to get canceled for.
Saying midget.
It's going to end
Can
up on my
you
boss's
imagine?
desk on Monday.
Hey,
Jack, can you come in here?
Did you say midget, 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 and then Siamese?
On a podcast?
No.
let me blow your mind. Siamese midgets.
That is dangerous.
That's like a 2-for-1 in like an egg you
That's
crack.
actually a 1-for-1 if you
Imagine
count
like
the height.
2 chicken
It's
nuggets
1-for-1,
combined?
one full human. They're just attached at the hip.
It is, yeah.
Cut him in half.
Conjoined midgets is just a wide human.
Wide, one full human.
Yeah. It's like a human the long way on the x-axis.
Access.
I already know you guys are going to be terrible at this game.
No. You don't know any of that.
Can
You
we
didn't know
drop it?
Siamese.
Did you bring versions? Like, can we do Are You Smarter Than a Kindergartner?
So they had
I
a
do
few
know my
different- when I
shapes.
was looking for questions, they had a few and like they wanted to build you up. You start at first grade and then work up to fifth. And I was like, no, let's just go to fifth.
I swear
One
to God,
quick
that's blue. I swear to God.
One quick thing that's insane is that they had Jeff Foxworthy run that show. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah, well, he didn't know the answers.
No, that's what's so fun. Just Jeff Foxworthy going, are you smarter than a fifth grader? And it's just
You
so
might
stupid.
be a fifth grader.
It's so stupid. It was like you could have chosen actually a lot of other. He's a great
Also,
host,
were
but-
those not the most intelligent fifth graders you've ever seen? Because those questions,
a couple of them had to have been.
I
Siamese.
remember-
I thought they were feeding the kids the questions.
Oh,
You know?
absolutely.
They gave him like some no
Practice
card
test.
practice
Yeah,
test.
that, or they found all the TISM kids and were like, all right, let's put them on the show.
Siamese and Tism kids together.
Midget Siamese TISMs.
That's a superhero.
It's a jackpot for government funding.
That's
All right. You guys
Okay.
ready for this? All right.
Are there any hot Siamese twins?
You have 20 questions.
what if one's hot, one's not?
Now,
You only have to look at one.
you must buzz in. You have to say buzz.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say you. So you're going against one another. Okay?
Pumpkin pie.
Shit.
So don't just shout out the answer. Say buzz. Then you get the answer.
Can I go?
Other person- Sure.
Okay.
All right. What are the large rocks that orbit the sun between Mars and Jupiter called? Cuske.
Asteroids?
That is correct.
But between Mars and Jupiter, there's so many more asteroids.
Well, that's what
That's
they're
such a
called.
specific thing.
Are you
That's so
stupider than a fifth grader?
The one that wrote that question's an idiot.
I bet it was a
Right.
sixth grader.
Who invented the light bulb?
Einstein.
Incorrect.
Edison.
Thomas Edison.
Tesla.
You said
My mom.
Tesla.
Um,
Elon Musk.
what is the longest river in the United States? Jack.
Mississippi.
Incorrect.
Fuck you. Yeah, pick up where I left off, Buster.
The longest what?
River in the United States.
Not a clue.
I get a point.
It's the Missouri River.
Yeah, because everyone heard about that
Never heard of it. Doesn't count.
What is the clinical name for the thigh bone?
one. Femur.
That's correct.
Son of a tit.
2 tits.
Who painted the Mona
Siamese
Lisa?
tit.
Da Vinci.
Jack. That is correct.
He's closer. That's why you can hear him.
Well, he's also saying ant first, so I think that helps.
Well, I'm
him a
saying at the
little
same
bit, too.
time he's just closer, so it's getting you
Well,
quicker.
no, you're actually hitting your knee like that counts. Like you think this is the buzzer?
How many questions do we have?
At 20.
Oh, shit.
I said that at
We're,
the beginning.
we're tied 2-2 out of 5.
Maine borders what state?
Vermont.
Incorrect.
New Hampshire.
That is correct.
What the fuck?
Stop acting like it's wrong. You act like that question's wrong.
It's wrong.
You said the word asteroids, like that's wrong.
No, I thought asteroids. I go, well, they're not just in between those two planets. They're
I was
everywhere.
just confident enough to say it.
Fuck you.
All right. How many inches are in 2 yards? Cuske.
72.
That is correct.
Good thing I didn't answer that.
All right. The ancient Egyptian empire was based on what continent?
Africa.
Jack. That is correct.
Takes me a while to process these words.
How many sides does a hexagon have? Jack.
6.
That's correct. What was the most widely grown crop in the middle colonies? Cuske.
Tobacco.
Incorrect.
Corn.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Wait, we can't guess twice?
No, why
No.
would it be?
What is it?
The answer is wheat.
That's what my second question was. That's what my second
Yeah,
answer
if
was.
we had 7,000 questions, yeah, you would have got it.
Fuck yourself.
You don't get it. Who is the author of the 1960 novel about social and racial inequality?
No, I don't idea. No idea. Go ahead.
Can you finish the question?
Well, no, you already buzzed in. You got to give an answer.
Social and racial inequality.
Yeah. And then I was going to say the title of it.
Ernest Hemingway.
Incorrect, but Jack's up.
Sucks to suck.
What do the question is?
Pass.
Let him think. Huh?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Do you want me to finish the question?
Yeah.
Called To Kill a Mockingbird. Jack.
Something Harper. Right? Harper Lee.
That's correct. Harper Lee.
That was good.
I was surprised about that
Yeah.
one.
The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the U.S.
France.
Kuske.
France.
I have to call on you, by the way. When you
You sound like my teachers.
What river forms
You raised your hand, really?
No.
what
I said it sounded like my teachers. You have to call on you, dickhead.
what river forms the border of Indiana and Kentucky?
Mississippi.
Incorrect.
Probably Indiana or Kentucky is probably the safe bet.
Kentucky.
Incorrect. The Ohio River.
What the fuck?
What river borders California and New Mexico? The main river.
So stupid.
Which also borders New Hampshire.
What blood type is known as a universal recipient?
Double O or O.
You didn't. Okay.
O positive.
Jack. Incorrect.
Oh, negative?
Kuske. Incorrect. You didn't listen to.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
What blood type is known as universal recipient? Like receiver. Kuske.
A. Negative.
Incorrect.
A positive.
Incorrect.
Double A.
B.
AB.
Yeah, because it's both. Were we stupid?
Honestly,
Are we
why do we
stupider?
have A, B, and O? Why can't it just be A, B, and C? Realistically, we're not that dumb.
Yeah.
The bassoon is a member of what musical? Jack.
Brass.
Incorrect.
I know what it is now.
Strings.
Incorrect.
It's wind.
Woodwind would be correct.
I didn't even know that was a category.
Well, you clearly don't know your way around a piccolo.
How many faces are on the side of a cube? Jack.
6.
That is correct.
Good for you.
Thank you.
A football field is 100 yards long. How many is that in feet?
300.
Kuske.
Fuck you.
300.
300?
Are you serious?
Kuske definitely got that.
That's bullshit. Run the tape back.
It's like Jack yesterday goes, guys, I definitely jumped off the line, but like let it go so we get the yard.
Yeah, no, everyone's like arguing. It's like, no, they totally jumped. I go, no, I'm the one that jumped. Everyone get back to the fucking huddle, all right? They're calling on their team.
Who commissioned the Lewis and Clark's expedition?
It's
Jack.
Jefferson.
That is fucking correct. Wow. Thomas
Part
Jefferson.
of me thought you were going to say Sacagawea.
I was going to say that.
I'm
I'm going for points, so that's why I didn't say Jackatrivia.
Which country is closer to Asia? Canada or the U.S.?
Canada.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
I'm going to go to the U.S.
That is correct. Canada is closer to Russia.
Yes.
You
it is.
fucking idiot. We have Alaska.
What's the score? Yeah. I forgot we just added on Alaska. We just stole that from Canada.
Also Hawaii.
Alaska is the stepchild of
Hawaii.
the states.
What is
Hawaii's like
what
the
is the
mistress.
name
Yeah.
of the 3-dot punctuation? Jack.
Ellipses.
That is correct.
I'm gonna be honest, I keep forgetting to say.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
You are.
That was the only thing he says right away. Like, the question's not even done. He's ready to say so he can have some time to think.
Is there a time limit if we don't answer in time?
Till you finish the theme song.
What's our theme song?
Whatever.
Judd, go.
I
like that one.
Thank you.
That was original. That was an orig.
Are we done? Oh, Jack's got me by a long shot.
I don't know.
You got me by a long shot.
There was
Yeah.
that 50-50 one that I think put you over. It's 8
Okay.
to 6.
It is 8-6. In first place, Mr. Jack Salso with 8.
I am the champion.
My consolation prize: Siamese snakes. Everyone.
One sweet, one sour.
The bad part is they can't see that championship belt.
So stupid. That was a good game. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like that.
I like that you're bringing out a competitive edge.
You know what? For the final episode in the apartment,
We have to
should-
wrestle.
Shirtless, oiled up.
Yeah, as soon as Cuske get on the show, we're just ready for him in here.
Socks.
Catch him.
He's so slippery.
Do we leave our socks on?
No, just socks. What else you got over there? Name me some.
Dude, they changed Scooby, the color of Scooby, and the Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
You know that?
What do you mean?
He said
Scooby used to be a milky blue. Now
milky
he's
blue,
clear
yeah.
blue.
Like a matte blue. Mm-hmm. It's like the rest of them now. And the blue one was the best
It
one.
was the best one. And it was honestly just based off color.
It's always based off color.
So good.
Well,
Oh,
now that we got that game out of the way, what are you talking about?
the fact that you haven't turned this to an M is apostrophe.
For what?
Apostrophe.
For Michael?
Apostrophe.
That's a little, narcissistic. It's W for Wumbo. I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he,
We.
she, it, they, trees, whatever, Wumbo,
Zem.
Zem, Zine, Zon.
So where are you moving? Do we know yet?
Well, right now,
I have a feeling
I'm
he's
packing
just
up.
not going to move.
What if I-
He's just
yeah,
back.
Do you think he's gonna live here forever and it's like just tell us that he moved out?
Yeah. Off the record, though, might be working downtown.
That would have been nicer.
Wait, should that not be on the record?
No.
Do you think
because-
Cuske cuts these?
No, he's not going to. But this can't be in a clip. But I have to look into it more. But I might be working downtown.
Look at you.
And
Do
my lady
you
works
need to
downtown
rent
now.
an apartment?
I do not. I do not.
It's a nice place, though.
It's a nice place.
You and the Vive could live here.
We certainly could. The only thing is the
dogs
Vive
wouldn't
loves
like
the
it.
dogs, yeah.
Yeah, I would never have a pet in this building.
It's tough.
Well, there's just no grass or anything to take them out, and like
Go
the
right
area.
there,
I mean, that little like whatever over there is just littered with shit. Mm-hmm. Like the fact there's even grass left, I'm amazed.
They should put a doggy bag thing right there.
There is one outside, but it's always empty.
People don't. Oh, the bag dispenser is?
Yeah, no one fills those. I think they're full. It's like the gumball thing. It's full once and then never again.
We have like a bunch at our apartment. They're always full. They're always refilling them, which is great. But
Well, because you probably have like a homeowners association.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, the mini chews.
whoa, only the top is going to keep warm.
Yeah. Well, that's where
Cold, excuse me.
that's where you drink it out of.
That's true. Once you get past this,
It's like
though,
a filtration system.
Then you flip it.
the cheesy guy sent me a message, and he said that he tried Rogues for the first time, and he didn't like them. So I have a message to the cheesy guy.
Yeah, talking to the camera. What do you want to say to the choosy guy?
Sir, I know you made a wonderful product that allows me to have my sneaky snus, but the fact that you cannot handle the kind of stinging taste and feeling you get in your lips when you have a Rogue and the better flavor and deliciousness that you could possibly experience, and you'd go to a Zen over that. I'm just mumbling right now, but I am smarter than a fifth grader. So you know what, Choosy? I'm going to cheers you for a great product, but I'm going to take my cheers back because you lack the manhood to sustain physical uncomfortability in adversity.
Quick, let's revisit that. Did you understand a word?
He just threw words and was like that. Oh, I hope
Cat,
that makes
acorn,
a
plants.
sentence.
But you know what? Absolutely smarter than a fifth grader because
you-
you know what? Dogs eat computers sometimes, and I go pee-pee. But you know what?
I
Fuck
do
you.
feel pee-pee.
That's what I
Stream
heard.
of consciousness for like illiterates. It was just like not an actual sentence.
Were you pulled out of class when you were
There
younger
was-
and you were like, this is for the special ones?
There was no,
No, it was never
subject in that
special.
sentence, but a lot of nouns.
Yeah,
That's
a
what
lot
it
of
was.
dude. When you finish a statement with adversity, can't argue with it. You know what I mean?
A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes we don't understand what you say.
Most of the time, most people don't. But that's the whole point of this
Man.
ridiculous, crazy world we call showbiz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would we consider this showbiz? It's
Are we in the
three
biz?
guys just
Also,
alone.
is that a new hat? Is Cuske wearing
It
a
is
hat?
a new hat, yeah.
It is.
Look
How do we feel about it? I love it.
It reminds me of the Anaheim Ducks. And
I was
like
gonna
that.
say the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Usually
I
Ooh,
love
I
it.
have a dude. After this,
San Jose Sharks.
Or
After
the
this, I'm gonna
Dixie cups with the blue and purple. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah.
I almost bought an Anaheim Ducks shirt today. It's so sick. I'll show you after.
I bought 2 new hats on a whim. I like this
whim?
company. Yeah, it's hard for me to find a hat.
What
that,
company is it? Shoot 'em out.
Oh boy.
check the label.
Oh yeah. Whiskey Bent Hat Company.
Whiskey Bent Hat Company from Brownsboro, Texas, where you might move.
Yeah, well, not Brownsboro, but
Probably they got great hats over there.
no, I really like these. A lot of times, like I've bought a few hats online, and then you get them, and they're just massive.
Yeah,
Like I don't
I
have the biggest head where like the guys that can wear a hat, basically like you, where it's like 4 notches back because your noggin is so big but hollow.
You're big.
Like yeah.
Hollow, you lost me, buddy.
You got 8 questions out of 20, right?
You got 6 out
You
of 20.
buzzed into 20 questions.
Yeah, you got to buzz in. You got to buzz in. You got to give yourself a fighter's chance. Otherwise, you're just sitting there.
On that like Office episode where Aaron just buzzes in. Come on, guys. I did my part.
The thing is, I buzzed 50% of the time, and I won 40% of the time. You know what I mean? So
True. Yeah, I can't like hats don't look great on me. I don't know what it is.
I only look good. I only look good in hats. If
There
I
are
don't wear a
certain
hat, I look
hats
weird.
that I can feel look decent on me. I like the low crown, like the giant crown where you could fit like a fist right here. I hate that. And one of them that came in is a little big. Just throw it in the wash.
I could never wear that hat. I could never
Yeah.
look good in that hat.
There was a dude at the golf outing. He had this hat, and it looked like he like didn't have it on his.
Was it like, just like this?
Yeah, just like that. And AJ goes, "What are you hiding under their hard-boiled eggs?"
Yeah.
It's like,
I hate this. Or the guys that do this. It's just.
I do like doing that when my head gets a little sweaty, though.
oh yeah.
But
Utter
you're doing it
tuggers.
forward. You're doing it
Well, yeah.
forward.
Utter-
This
what
right
is
here
The utter tuggers.
is
Oh
terrible.
yeah, I love that hat. That's a
What
great.
is it?
The
Utter tuggers.
Oh, I like that.
It's a good one.
I like just like a unique hat. It's nothing like too flashy. Like the colors are the flashy part about this, but it's nothing insane. I like the logo on there. Otherwise, I like them simple. Black.
I think
hats.
everyone liked your T-shirts at the golf outing.
They were
Yeah,
good
people were
t-shirts.
asking for other ones.
I got compliments on my T-shirt. I wore it to Christmas
Did you really?
in solidarity for the boys.
What's the
Did you
compliment?
have to give presents for Christmas too?
Yeah, but
He
my mom
gave
doesn't.
50 candles.
No, we did not get 50 candles. We gave a candle, a couple pictures of my fiance and our
Pictures
dogs.
of her.
Yeah, and myself and the dogs. We like did some family photos because one of our old neighbors is like starting a photography business. And I was like, hey, can we take
Yeah.
photos of you guys? He made fun of me for him. And so we framed those, but gave them to my mom.
I'll
and
show
we
you them.
Gave her a couple board games, just like stuff that we could play while we were there.
Now,
But-
did you win the board game? Are you competitive
I
with those?
murdered. It was Disney trivia and incoherent.
Okay.
So Disney trivia, I'll murder that. Incoherent, I'm better than everyone in the entire world.
What is incoherent?
It's like It's like you have to guess the
What you're
phrase
saying?
through like they just spell things weird. Like it's like buttered nipples. Like so, that's like the word you're supposed to say, but it goes like BUHTTE.
So it's just like the scrambled letters.
Scrambled, no, but not scrambled letters. It's just like sounding it out, and like the faster and louder you say it, you eventually get
Oh,
it. And
yeah.
Oh,
It's
like
both-
if there's like a
it's-
cat and a dog and something else, you're like cat dog TV.
Cat-
oh,
yeah.
the television show
Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it says a sentence rather than like you get like words and you have to associate it with something. It's like words and you have to get like the phrase.
Okay.
And like the whole name of the game is to say it really loud and fast. And as you can tell from my,
You can definitely get
yeah,
that down.
Yeah, I got that. Unlocked.
If there was a button, I would have murdered you.
Yeah, well, you got quick hands. I saw you there on the line.
My favorite thing was during the game, Cuske keeps going, Buzz. You just slap his leg and then say it.
You know what? You win some, you lose some. I lost this one.
Are you
but
competitive at board games? Or do you like...
I'm going to be honest with you. I hate board games. I don't hate them. They're too slow and monotonous for me. Like I'd rather do like a catchphrase game where like the energy's higher. There's a time limit. my favorite like board games growing up, Candyland and Life are the two best board games of all time. But I mean, I've never finished a game of Monopoly in my life. It takes too long. Because eventually, like, everyone's excited to play, and then you get like an hour in, and you're like, "Is this fucking over yet?"
Yeah.
And it's boring.
Monopoly
I like higher energy. It's hard for me to be like, if I want a quiet night, I want to be alone. I don't want a quiet night and then 19 people in my apartment being like, "Oh my god, 200, pass go." Go fuck yourself. I'd rather watch TV.
We do a fun game with my friends. It's called Fishbowl. Have you guys played that? Fishbowl. So basically, I was gonna do it with you guys, but it would be kind of hard to do it. So basically, you get 3 pieces of paper and you write whatever you want on them. It could be a saying, could be a person, could be like making a joke about someone in the room. Doesn't matter. You can write whatever you want on these 3 pieces of paper and you put it in this fishbowl. And everyone does that. And then you're split into teams. And the first thing is, I believe someone has to, it's like charades, so they have to act it out. Or, yeah, they have to act out what is on the thing, and you get a minute. Each team gets a minute, and one person does it, and they have to act out. Well, you're going to know yours, but some of them you're like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? And then the next round, you get one word. All the same stuff go back in the fishbowl. You get one word, but it's the same ones.
Oh, I've played this before.
Yeah. So it's a blast, and it's a blast. And our buddy Josh he knows all the rules, and we'll call him, and he's the most like energetic person about this. He like loves it so much, and he'll tell you all the rules. So if you ever want to know how the rules, we'll call Josh and be like, "All right, guys, everyone, make sure everyone's listening. Can everyone hear the phone? Can everyone hear the phone?"
Oh god,
that's a good friend to have.
Yeah. It's very fun.
Those games are tough for me to get it. Like, that's higher energy. Like, people can get into it, but you need everyone on board for that game. You can't have like 2 people that are like nonchalantly playing, because then it's not as fun.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to drunk people games.
Yeah, that's usually when you start playing. Like, let's get a game going. They're like, yeah, and then everyone's like still talking and whatnot. Like, I don't know. The one game that we played. Did you guys play a lot of like graduation games when you graduated high school?
What's a graduation game?
We played this game.
Are you 18?
Way too much. I hate like every graduation party, like with your like
asking people if they're
18.
You legal? You legal? It was like, because it was like a milestone, so we're like it's a true colors game. Yeah, it's a true colors game, and it's everyone gets like 3 to 6 pieces of paper, and you just put like something that might happen to someone in this group. Yeah. And it's like usually there's like 15 of you that you're close in high school, and you put all of them in a bowl, and just one guy is the leader, and they're like, all right, most likely to, or you just take turns picking a category, most likely to go to prison, and then everyone casts their vote, puts it in a bowl, and then it's like survive, and they're like,
I kind of like that.
All right, so like, all right, who's most likely to go to prison? And it was like, it's fun. Like, it starts innocent in the beginning, and then it's like most likely to have a threesome, or sex in public, or like do hard drugs, or die, divorced first. We played this game so much, and I got so sick of it because every time we played it, me and my buddy Sam got every bad category voted for us. So, like, the 2 of us were most likely to marry last, divorce first, die first.
I mean, you got the divorce
drugs
down.
in public. I got I won that one.
Situationally, they are correct.
Yeah. And we played it so much that at the last graduation party, my buddy Taylor, who hit the second shortest drive.
Sorry, Taylor.
They suggest like, hey, let's play True Colors, and he just goes, "Oh, you mean the Michael's an asshole game?"
That's great.
We used to do Sunday Fun Days with my college group, and that would mean us dressing crazy and going to this local bar called Miller's Glen, which was a 9-hole golf course. We would go there in the winter. And they still have a bar open, and it was just us pretty much in there, and then maybe some locals at the end of the bar. That's it. And we would put everyone's We would first make up a challenge. Like you have to go outside and take your shirt off, and everyone gets to throw 2 snowballs at you from 6 feet away. So everyone will line up firing style. And then we'd put everyone's name in the hat, and then each one would pick out one after another and say the name. And whoever's left has to do that, has to like go outside, stand there, and take all the. And like it was a bunch of crazy stuff, and it was honestly insane that we got away with it because we also never paid for our drinks. The bartender was like one of our friends. So they were just happy that they didn't have to work alone.
Yeah, they were having fun too.
Yeah. It was insane.
That's sick. That's a pretty fucking good deal.
Yeah.
That's like a great description of guys, though, in college. Like, if you want to know what is it like to be a guy in college, that's it right there. Like, that's all we want to do is, like, talk to a girl here or there. But at the end, it's like, I really kind of just want to get drunk with the boys.
I want to get drunk with
and,
the
like,
boys and be
let's
silly
make up
kids.
a game and be stupid and we think we're fun. And it's like, then you look back and I'm like, we were just throwing snowballs at each other outside of a bar.
Like any type of competitiveness,
Yeah, just
throws
add a
out
little
everything else in the window.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I remember there was like a night where my buddy and I, we each got like a 24-pack of beer, and we sat and drank them on the edge of our couch, and one of our other friends had a fish. And we spent the whole night throwing darts and seeing if we could hit the fish. We never did because it would be so difficult to. But there was like a bunch like stuck in the side of the fish bowl, and I just remember having the best time every time we got close.
That fish wasn't. He's like, holy shit.
We never hit it.
Looks like 300 to him.
like
It's coming.
It was just so stupid, but we
That's
just
a
sat
good
there.
reference.
We just sat there so stupid drunk, just fuck. All right, that one's in the wall. Just like
We had one of those. So when I lived in the fraternity house, our house was it had a kitchen in the basement, and there was a chef. But that chef did the cooking for a bunch of fraternities, and so we had just an ass load of cutlery. We had so many steak knives, and when we moved in, there was this giant mural of Camp Randall, and there was one girl who looked like our buddy Timmy, because Timmy had long hair for a while. We're like, that's Timmy. And we would get drunk and be like, let's see if we can hit Timmy, but let's go get the steak knives. So we would sit from like this wall to that wall with like 10 steak knives, be like, see if you can hit Timmy, and just whipping knives into the wall. We spent, my buddy Connor spent probably an hour and a half spackling the wall before he moved out just to try and avoid like thousands of dollars in damages.
Yep. That's what we would do at our apartment. There was not just the fish thing. It was we would have dodgeball fights, but with our darts. And it was more or less just like, duck, I'm going to throw it down the hallway. I'm going to try to see if I can stick it in the wall. And so it was just like, we would just be in the hallway and just start just rifling darts through the wall. And I remember like we had 2 girl roommates, and they came home like hammered in the middle of it one time. And they just came in, saw that there were darts being thrown all over. They immediately got scared and like ran downstairs, and like we had to call them and let them know, hey, just it's safe. Like, we're not actually fighting. They thought we were like seriously like trying to murder each other with darts. And I felt really bad for that, but there was much of
I remember one time we were in Wisconsin Dells, and
those stories are the best.
We're drunk and we're cutting a pizza, and someone goes, hey, throw me that knife. And the dude goes, and just chucks the knife into the wall. Which at the time, great bit. That's a great bit. That's so fucking funny.
That's so good.
But at the time, the next morning, we're like, why the fuck did you do that? No one ever said anything about a security deposit or anything. Yeah.
On camera, if you see someone like, toss me a knife, just goes in the wall, like, thanks, and they
It's
grab it and
so
just start going to shit.
it's like, it's a great bit. Like, just fucking chuck it in the wall. And then the guys cut it out and put it on the pizza.
We were in the Dells once, and like a bunch of coworkers when we were working at the bar, and our manager just got shit canned, and he goes to the room, passes out, locks himself in the bathroom, and we're all kind of like hanging out. Everyone else goes to the pool. I'm checking on him, and I get a knock at the door, and it's this like 16-year-old kid, and he has, those like Starbucks or like McDonald's cardboard trays. He has, 6 to 9 of them stacked with cups in between all of them. He goes, someone ordered 54 kamikaze shots to your room? I go, no, we didn't. He goes, didn't Austin? I'm like, yes, we did. And it was just me and him pass out. I go, this is going to be a long night.
That's insane.
The bar we worked at, the shot culture was insane.
Yeah.
We were talking about it when it was just us two. It was like, that was our thing. It's like, you want shots? You want shots? You want shots? Like, I would get off a shift working the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I know I had to come back and bartend in an hour and a half. So I would go home, shower in like 15 minutes, and they'd be like, all right, meet me at Mondays.
Yeah.
It's like halfway in between my apartment and the bar. Be like, all right, let's grab a drink before work. And then Mondays is known for 90-10 drinks. And it's like, you have to get a vodka Rebel because it's the only thing that cuts the alcohol. And I'm like, you know what? One drink isn't that bad. Let's take a shot. I go, we just had a cup of vodka. And then we'd be like 3 shots deep and a drink. And like, let's go bartend where we're going to drink with everyone else.
Yeah.
Just because like, oh, it's a shot. Like a shot to us just became like, oh, we're just going to do it. Like, hey, you want to high five real quick and then go to work? That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm not a shot guy. I mean, I'll take him. I'll never complain about taking a shot. I will be like, but if I'm ordering shots, we should leave. Time to get me out of that bar. I am done.
I will order one round of them.
This story. Went to camp and tried to order shots, and my credit card got declined because they thought it was fraudulent charges. That's how frequently I do not buy shots.
The way you drink reminds me of how I drink too, though, is like you can put them down for sure. But you're not vocal about how much you're drinking.
Yeah.
Whereas I think I will challenge anyone who is still listening. Like your friends that get hammered, I promise you are the most vocal about what they're drinking. You're like, oh, I've had like 4 Vegas bombs, ketchup, or I've like, this is my 5th vodka soda. Those are the people that are always hammered because they're telling you how much they're drinking.
Yeah.
Whereas like you could have a decent amount, but you're not telling anyone. So no one asks you. So you can just quietly stop for a while. Like the minute you're like, oh, I'm feeling a little boozy, you're like, I'm just not going to sip my drink for a bit, but you still got it.
Yeah.
You don't feel the need to tell everyone and finish them. There is no competition with you.
That's what it is. There's no competition.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I want to go as long as I want to be here the entire night.
Yeah.
I do not want to be the guy that's like, we should get Michael home right now. It's already 9 and he's,
had this many drinks because he already announced he had that many
he's
drinks.
had 7 Vegas bombs and 4 vodka sodas. We should get him home before he continues to pee behind the bar.
Yeah. Do you guys talk about me while I was in the bathroom or what happened?
Talking mad shit about you.
What do you guys are talking just it sounds like you guys are just attacking me right now.
No.
No, I was saying like I'm not a big shot guy.
But
Like
he doesn't announce it
I don't
either.
I don't do shots like I went to camp one time after a concert and I bought shots for everyone, which I never do, and my card got declined because they thought it was fraudulent charges. That's how infrequent I buy shots. They're like, Judd doesn't buy shots. That's not him.
That's not Judd.
Yeah, this is a big charge at a bar. Usually it's like $4 for a beer.
Yeah.
No, we were saying like the people who are our biggest problem drinking are the ones who announce that they're drinking and how much they've drank.
Yeah.
Like I've drank with both of you now, pretty good at, holding it down. Mm-hmm. But not one of us at night were like, guys, you gotta catch up. I've had 3 of these now. I see you're kind of milking that one. Like, don't get me wrong. Every one of us has been guilty of being
doing
like,
that,
yeah, but like,
not.
hey, you need a nipple for that one because you're nursing it, kind of shit like that. But the people are like, no, we catch up. I'm 9 deep already. You got to be here. It's like, just drink. Yep. Like the biggest accomplishment or like flex would be like, are you still awake at 2:00 in the morning and like hanging out with everyone?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, holy shit, you can handle your own. Like,
Yeah.
you're just not trying to compete with anyone.
Yeah, I think it all about the saying like how much you got to catch up sort of thing.
Never catch up. Never.
It's never. It's like
You catch up, especially in your catch up. You're like just loading up fast pace,
Yeah.
you're not gonna catch up. You're gonna go over what they're saying.
It's
they're
like
at.
eating too fast, where
Yeah.
you don't know you're full,
Yep.
and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, there's a dumpster right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sleep in it. That's what happens.
Worst ketchup I've ever seen though. Worst. My 19th birthday. My buddy comes over late.
You weren't legally allowed to drink then.
I was drinking waters, okay, and he was 21.
Okay.
I was just strictly water, Dasani.
Yuck! That's the worst kind.
Out of all the waters you
No
picked,
wonder why you were hammered.
I was.
yeah, it's fermented in the bottle.
Any way I can get it.
I'm
He's like,
taking
hey,
Listerine mouthwash.
he's like, I'm gonna catch up. I'm like, okay, go for it. And we cooked out. We're in my mom's backyard, and he finds like the garbage bag that we always throwing like cups and like the raw burgers we didn't finish cooking in, and he saw that some of the empty like leftover beer had funneled to the bottom of this garbage bag.
Yuck.
So he cut the bottom of this garbage bag and drank the rest of the beer as like a party flex, and then just kept drinking with us. And then we finish up.
So how impressed were you?
I was disgusted.
Man, that guy's got a huge dick.
Did you guys see that guy cut that garbage bag and suck that beer out? Oh my god.
God, that's so nasty.
And so we go to my basement because we're getting like yelled at, like you're being too loud for the neighbors, and we start playing Don't Drink and Drive.
Oh, love it.
And the rest of us properly hammered, not raw meat hammered. And I look back, and I've played 4 games of Don't Drink and Drive by myself. There's one guy behind me who is meowing to my cat for 45 minutes to the point where my mom woke up the next day and she goes, "Who the fuck was the cat whisperer?" And then the garbage beer guy is in my basement bar sink, like a tiny, tiny sink, just projectile vomiting and then scooping it up to try and get the water to go down. And he's like, "I'm never catching up again." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit."
Yeah, I
you
saw
can't
one
do it.
guy
You can't do it.
one time try to catch up. He was on work or whatever. He came to the party and just beer bonged a Four Loko.
I've seen a shotgun a Natty Rush.
Yeah.
I've shotgunned multiple Four Locos in my time.
And it's
You look like you have.
how did
Yeah.
that end?
Actually, always pretty damn good.
Oh, dude. Well,
I probably have a couple of highlight tapes that I could show you guys. You can catch me on Huddle.
You think that's the most frat thing you've done?
Yeah, I did that in high school though.
Yeah.
Actually, I did do it. In
You
college.
weren't old enough to drink.
No, I was not. It was just
Dasani too?
no, it was.
Aquafina.
those water Four Locos.
Yeah, it was. Four Locos are ridiculous though.
Well, when I went to college, they still had caffeine in them.
Actually,
The bad stuff. Yeah, this was pre.
How old is he?
This is really. I'm dating myself right
well,
here.
because when we talked about drinking, they're like,
Yeah.
"Dude, you're 25," and I feel like if you were in here in that conversation, they would still say you were 25.
25, yeah.
And now you just said that you are my grandfather.
Yeah.
By saying there was still shit
They
in
used to
that.
call it blackout in a can because it still had caffeine, so your body wouldn't go to sleep. It was just like nuts, and like you could get $2. You got it for $2, and you wouldn't remember. You just black out, but your body would still be awake. It was unreal.
He's talking like he used to get candy for nickels.
Yeah. I've never seen anything for a nickel, Grandpa. Fuck yourself. Candy for a nickel? I remember people told me quarter beers.
Oh my days! Like I used to go with 10 cents and I'd walk out with 100 pieces of candy. Did you rob the fuck store?
Christ. How are they making money? It makes no fucking sense. My parents told me quarter beer one time. I go, that's ridiculous. Quarter beer?
My bar owner did that every once in a while. Like we'd have a keg left and be like, or he had like a keg we weren't drinking. Be like, we're gonna do like 50-cent taps until it runs out. I'm like,
That's
okay,
the old
yeah.
John Mulaney joke. Is
Yeah.
He goes. You know, in LA, they have drink specials where you get $1 off top shelf vodka, which is already like. But in the Midwest, they have parties that are like, it's nickel shot night, and he goes, if we go there, I think we're gonna die.
That's so true. One of my favorite. It's not my favorite thing, like, but looking back on it, just remember going Thursday nights, going to.
By the way,
Brothers,
best night to drink in college, Thursday night,
Thursday night.
Oh yeah.
hands down.
Brothers downtown on Water Street was Mug Club. It was $10 all you can drink. Dollar bombs. And I just remember going there every Thursday and waking up and just smelling like alcohol, and I went to a small school, so it was like me and 10 kids, and it's an engineering school, so they're all like smart, like kind of like put together people, and I just come in like rolling in, just like hammered. One time I went and took an exam covered in my own pee, like that type of thing. I just remember all my teachers looking at me like, "You're such a loser."
I used to have a joke about this. And this is the true story that one of my teachers thought I had a kid, and it kind of got sprung on me. And
the kid?
Yeah. So
if you did have a kid when you were in college, you'd be 27 right now.
This is very funny. So you met him this week, the guy with all the tattoos. He looks like, he's my college roommate for 4 years. And he's a very good artist, and we had an art history class together, and it was our senior year. So we're in a form where it's like we should know everyone in the class. It's like a senior level art history class. And it's a new teacher. It's Miss Williams. We never had her before, and it's like, okay. So she had this like icebreaker where we just like, she goes, all right, turn to your neighbor, talk to him for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna introduce your neighbor. Well, I turned to my neighbor. It's my freaking roommate. I literally walked there with him, So I was like, Jake, we'll just make some shit up. So I get up first, and I was like, all right, this is Jake. He likes long walks on the beach. He cries at the Notebook. He likes candlelight dinners. Everyone laughs because they know that's not who Jake is. Because he's got a face tattoo. Like he's not. He's not. That's not who Jake is.
Jake's been to prison.
Yeah. So that's not who Jake is. And then Jake stands up, and he has to top that now. He has to one up. He goes, "Oh, this is Judd. He has a small child. Her name's Catherine. He's a great father." And everyone laughs because they know I don't know the kid. And the about a week goes on, and we forget that we even did that silly joke just for the class. And Miss Williams goes, "Hey, Judd, can I see you after class?" And I was like, "Sure." And everyone goes, "Oh, what did you do?" I was like, "Oh, shit." And she goes, everyone leaves, and she goes, "First off, I'm so proud that you are a father and getting your education. And if you ever need anything, let me know. If you need to not be there for class because you have to be with the kid, I'll give you an A for the day. Don't worry about the homework. I'm just so proud of you being a father and being in education." And I could have nipped this in the bud at the time, but I said, "Yeah, it's great."
Fuck yeah!
That's good. That's where I was hoping you went with it.
hoping you'd say yeah.
This is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, 8 a.m. This is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. class.
Did you ever go?
And and we had this thing called Thirsty Thursdays on Thursday nights.
Kids got daycare on Thursdays.
Which I don't know if you know what Thirsty Thursdays hate the most. 8 a.m. Friday classes. And so what I used to do on Thursday nights when I knew we were gonna go drinking is I would
drop the kid off at his
4
mom's.
a.m. I would in my drafts I would make an email that said, the mom already left for work and the kid's sick. I'm going to stay home tonight. And then I would set my alarm for 6:30 something a.m. on Friday morning. And I would just hit enter and not go to the class. And I got an A. I never got anything was wrong with it. And
did you do the same email every week, or did you mix it up?
I would mix it up, and I would mix up the times too. 4 a.m. I'm like, oh, kid's puking. I'm up right now.
Every Friday, your kid was just ill.
Well, yeah, I would sometimes Wednesdays, But it really when it backfired was
it comes back around.
when it backfired was I went to one of the classes on one of the days, and she goes, if you guys want extra credit, I'm having an art gallery showing on campus. You can go, and if you write a paper, if you take video, if you take pictures, or do anything for the showing, I will give you extra credit. And I was also taking a video editing class at the time, and I was like, shit, I need to do a project for video editing. I'll take a video of this, and I'll get an A. And I can just put that one, get extra credit, and get my assignment done. Perfect. And then we go there, and the thing about art gallery showings is they had this thing on campus where they had a lot of the professors had to go to 6 of them a year, and 6 events a year. They could pick whatever you want, and a lot of people at the art gallery show because free wine, free cheese and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, go with that one.
Charcuterie board.
So the students
Charcuterie.
Oh, they said sharp coochie.
the charcuterie board.
He wouldn't have passed our test.
So there was a bunch of students there. There's a bunch of like professors. My coach was there because they have to go to like student events sometimes too, and they always go to the ones that have free booze. I remember my advisor was there for some reason. It was a weird match, and I'm like recording all this, and then she takes a Q&A session, and people start asking her questions. Hey, Miss Williams, what really like inspires your art? And she looks at everything. And she goes, probably my kids. Judd, you know what I'm talking about since you be a father. And my kids. And she keeps going, but everyone has now turned to me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Jake is dying laughing. He has tears in his eyes. And a lot of people are like, Judd doesn't have a kid, but then like a few people are like, does Judd have a kid? And then like it was very weird. So then I remember like just a email from my professor, from my advisor, said I need to meet you tomorrow and we need to talk about some things, which is never good. No. So then she was like,
you knew who your advisor was in college?
Yeah, because I also worked for that department for a little bit, so that's how it it worked. But she was like, so we should talk about this kid. And I can't lie to my advisor that I'm lying to my teacher about a kid to get an A, to graduate and be on the dean's list and all this stuff. So I lied to my advisor. And I was like, yeah, I don't like to talk about it, this and that. And she bought it and this and that. And I don't know if you've ever also before that I had to go to like the FedEx store and print off pictures of a random girl I found on Google to put in my wallet.
That's so good.
Be like, don't ask questions, cut it out in the wallet size to put this in there. And so then end of the semester I got an A, everything was great. I will never see Miss Williams ever again. And so now I have to go back for a follow-up with my advisor to like, hey, you ready to graduate? You ready to do all this stuff? And I knew she was going to bring up the kid. And how I got away with it was she goes, so what about the kid? And how do you have a future? I was like, ooh, it's a sore subject.
Don't.
I love the child, and I will always hope for the best for them. But we had a paternity test, and it turns out that it wasn't mine, so we have parted ways since then.
Oh, I thought you were going to kill off the kid.
I thought you killed the kid, yeah.
Well, that's how you
also the
get rid
paternity
of
test is the same thing.
It's like basically a safe play to get rid of an invisible kid.
What the fuck? Yeah. What did she say back to that?
She bought it, yeah, for sure. She never brought it up ever again. Yeah.
And that, my friends, is how Judd got into comedy. This has been the Fat Chance Podcast. We are out of here. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a true story.